Good morning. DZRJ 8:10 a.m. The voice of the Philippines proudly brings you Mind Your Own Business with Nicole Jacinto and attorney Nikki De Vega, helping you understand the nature of business from the big picture to the fine print. And now, here are your hosts, Nicole Jacinto and Nikki De Vega.
Good morning, Philippines. I'm attorney Nikki De Vega.
And I'm Nicole Jacinto.
And together,
we're here
to help you figure out
how to mind your own business. Finally, Nikki, you're back.
I missed this.
I have someone to duet with in the mornings.
Yes, you know, when I did a show last week, it was very lonely.
I'm sorry,
you.
I was sick. See, that was supposed to be a reunion.
I understand, but I did not worry because the listeners kept me company, and they even tried to make me laugh because it probably showed that I was quite sad at that time. So it was a very interesting.
They welcomed you back. They've missed you.
Sure.
I mean, they enjoyed all the people you sent over, but you know, it's really different when it's you. Sorry, guys. So I remember. I want to thank you for sending your very capable lawyers over. But of course, it's different when it's you. Okay, sorry to your lawyers. You're listening right now.
They're so busy right now, fighting off the NBI and the police.
Ay, nako. You see what happens when you take away the budget of the PNP and all of that.
They have to resort to other means
Policemen
to live,
and the investigators tend to be more easily bribed and to become corrupt.
So it's making the situation worse because we know that the current situation, at least in the past, they're already corrupt. They were corrupt.
Yes, they were corrupt
so
already.
To escalate that into a higher level now, this will be a very interesting country in the coming years.
It's already a very interesting country.
Anyway, before we start the show, Nicole, can I just make some announcements?
Of course.
Now, I'd like to congratulate the Mandaluyong Chamber of Commerce for electing their new set of officers for 2012. And if I may just say the names, congratulations to Raul Evangelista. He was elected as president. Oscar Hipolito as first vice president. Yours truly as a second vice president.
Oh my God, congratulations.
Thank you. And Attorney Mel Millar as treasurer. Mr. June Angeles, PRO. Mr. Clinton Laudentia as, that's Attorney Clinton Laudentia as secretary and executive director. And past President Raymond Samson as auditor. So congratulations to the new officers, and I hope that we have very many projects for the local government of Mandaluyong.
I was going to congratulate everyone at the end, but I couldn't contain myself when it was yours truly. So,
bigla ko na-elect kanina. I was surprised.
Kanina lang ba?
Yeah, this morning we had a breakfast meeting and we elected the officer. So I was also shocked because I just arrived, last week, and suddenly, ito na. So I really have a very interesting year ahead of me.
So Attorney Nikki De Vega is now the second vice president?
Yes, of the Mandaluyong
Chamber
of Commerce.
You're my first vice president always in my heart. Actually, you're my president, I'm your vice president. Baliktad pala.
Kailan yun? In 20 years?
20 years. No, 10 na lang. We're not getting any younger. I mean, I'm not getting any younger. 10 years na lang.
So I have to work doubly hard, no? So to our listeners, keep on listening para at least when we become president and vice president, you'll say you used to listen to us.
Yes, exactly.
Diba?
You have to work doubly hard because you're the president.
And wouldn't
I'm passing the work on to you already.
Dinelegate na. And wouldn't it be cool that even if we achieve that purpose, we're still doing the show?
Actually, yes.
Diba? Mind your own business pa rin.
I would still continue doing the show.
Anyway, I miss this exchange of anecdotes and stories because, I went on a vacation also for business purposes. So it's an entirely different culture from ours. Although we adopted some of the American values and, we were colonized by them at least, in a couple of years.
Yeah, we were.
So, but still it's different, no?
How did you find it, Nikki? Like dealing with business men or women, business people over there. Did you find that you were too shy? You felt you were too shy?
They're a little bit forward and blunt. They go straight to the point. Unlike with Filipinos, diba tayo, we don't want to offend the other party, or before we start with a meeting or we go to the point, we make small chit-chat.
Yeah, then we go around in circles until...
we ask about the family, then we would like the other party to take the initiative. Pero dito straightforward to the point. Sometimes, kasi sa atin nagiging rude yung ganon, diba? That's right. Rude if you're very blunt, but to them, that's how it is.
It's just business.
Yes. So
did you find it refreshing sometimes that, okay, we'll just talk about what we have to talk about and then that's it?
Yeah,
sometimes it was refreshing, pero
yes.
sometimes nagugulat ka, di ba? Because it's like, oh, I'm not used to this. Yeah.
Kasi I think para tayong mga Japanese, they say yung Japanese, before they do business, they want to get to know you first. Kasi you need to trust the other party.
And you want to feel comfortable. You don't want to offend the other party.
Kasi pag diniretso ka na, parang how can you gauge the person or the personality if you will do business with this person for a long time, diniretso ka na, di ba? Malay mo ba you don't like his attitude? You know how it is in business, di ba?
Yes.
It's not also about prices or figures, but also your relationship.
You like to work with the people that you're comfortable with.
Yes.
Because sometimes even if the business is going well, but you just can't stand that person.
Yes, yung prick, diba?
And they can't stand you either. It's that thing that it's so stressful. It's not. It's almost not worth it unless you're making billions, and maybe it's worth it. I don't know.
Yung sinatsaga mo,
in
diba?
Dollars, ha? Billions in dollars.
Kailan kaya yun, diba? We would love to do that. And speaking of money, we started with the topic of selling your business.
Yes, selling your business.
We were telling the listeners na it's not simple to sell your business. Some people are under the mistaken belief that if you don't want to do business anymore, you just sell it, walang procedure.
Yes, you think it's so easy. Oh, never mind, don't want now, I'll just sell it.
There's actually a law, the bulk sales law, which governs the sale of business. And we also discussed the different reasons why some people sell their business. No, it's not all the time na because you're incurring losses, diba? Or you want to give up on your business. There are times wherein an investor is interested in taking over your business, or it has gained popularity. We gave the example of the Mang Inasal.
Yes.
Na it is a very popular food chain, and then it caught the eye of the owner of Jollibee, and they bought it.
Actually, yes, a lot of people sell their businesses to make more money. That's actually before, okay? I think more people a long time ago were of the certain mindset that no, I started this, I'll keep it and I'll grow it, I'll make it really big. But there's been a trend of it started I'm sure it started before that, but even in the 90s, where a lot of people found themselves, they set up a business that they really liked, and then they were doing well, and then a bigger company came in and said, hey, can we buy it from you? And they really thought about it really well, and then eventually some of them did sell. I know a few people who did sell because with the money that they made, they figured, okay, I can relax a little bit and maybe start something else, and then make the money grow, continue. But it does become attractive to bigger companies if you're doing well. So it's not always when it's a loss.
You're right, Nicole, kasi that's a traditional way of running a business, no? You want to keep it. But now, in view also of franchising.
Yes.
Diba, now entrepreneurs are willing to share their knowledge, their know-how to other businessmen who can continue also the legacy. Kasi I have some clients who would tell me na, attorney, I can't expand in Mindanao. It's too far. I don't have the time. So I would want to franchise out my business. Diba? So it also helps with the popularity of the business. Syempre, kung Manila ka lang, if there is already a great demand, diba, for your product, it would be good to expand. Kasi ang Pilipinas, hindi lang naman Metro Manila.
Yeah, it's
right?
not even just Luzon. It's also Visayas and Mindanao, exactly.
And I have a client who lives in Caloocan. However, she is franchising a food chain which is based in Cebu. And I asked, isn't it tedious, the travel and all that? But she said that, there is money in other parts of the Philippines.
Yes, that's true.
And it's so congested in Metro Manila that she decided to start her business in Cebu. So, balikan siya palagi. No? So, she travels all the time and she doesn't mind it because the profits are also overwhelming.
Yes.
So, maybe it is good to encourage our entrepreneurs to look at various parts of the Philippines.
Yes, not just Metro Manila, because, since, especially, much more so since the 80s, so many people move into Metro Manila thinking this is the only place where you can make it big. Well, I'd like to encourage people to also move out. Move out of Metro Manila. I may do that also. No, just kidding. No.
Move out naman.
I mean, move out to Metro Manila and, start your business there. Or if you see an opportunity, I may do that also. No, I'm just kidding, Nikki.
But you're correct, Nicole, because I have a client who actually did
parang
what
get
you said.
out, no? Move out to Metro.
He was so sick and tired of the pollution, the corruption here, and so he moved to another place in the Philippines, outside of Metro Manila, somewhere in Mindanao. And he was able to run a very lucrative business there. So he doesn't regret it na doing that. So that's another food for thought to the listeners.
Yeah, because it's kind of like a one-way thinking that since the 80s that I know there's people, no, I have to go to Manila to make it big or to get educated. No, the schools are good also out there, you know, for your children. You can actually have a better family life if that's what you want, because there's not so much traffic. It doesn't take 5 hours to see your spouse or your child. It doesn't take 5 hours to get back and forth from work, you know. And if there's a lucrative business out there, it might be worth it.
And probably we should call, you know, a call out to the government that maybe you should not also focus just on Metro Manila.
Yeah.
You should develop various parts of the Philippines so that it would attract not only businessmen but Filipinos, citizens to live there. No? Kasi ang hirap.
Yeah,
it's
to
not
really
that I'm
want to
espousing
live
a
there.
federal state. No, I'm not espousing
Well,
that.
I might be.
Diba?
I used to really look at federalism before and talk about it. I do think when it's time for some charter change.
Okay.
Okay, well, let me not get into that now because we're talking about business and not politics, but sometimes...
Pero, you know, I could see your point because when I went to the US, you know, it's refreshing to see that people enjoy living their lives in various states.
Yes.
No? Hindi yung parang lahat tayo magsiksikan tayo dito sa Washington or something because, you know, the
because
government...
this is the favored state. Or the,
no, people are shining in the, you know, in their respective states. And I think we should do that para hindi tayo nagkakaroon ng problem ng squatting.
Exactly.
Overcrowding.
Traffic na ganito. Like, every time you have to do something major, you have to go to Manila. Like, if it's a really big case or it's you have to go to Metro Manila.
Hindi lang yan. We don't, kulang ang ating mga regional offices.
Yes.
Some people have to go to the national office, which is located in Metro Manila, to deal with some of their problems or issues.
If they live out in the other cities or provinces outside of Metro Manila, you know, I know that at least a lot of infrastructure projects were put in place and executed during the last administration, and this helps in the rural areas because, first of all, how will you get people there if the roads are pangit?
Yes.
There's no electricity, there's no, you know, whatever, bridges or even just farm to market roads. Kasi you, from the farm to the market, you need to have some kind of road. And then beyond that, we should encourage nga businesses to move out there and then people to just live there if they want to. But don't worry, I'll set up a bar and a disco in every other single province in the Philippines. So for those of you, because I know how some people think, they're like, oh my God, but what did I do there? I need some entertainment. It's too lonely kasi nasanay na tayo.
Walang SM doon. Di ba yun ang sign of
exactly.
development pag may SM na or Jollibee.
And then they're like, naku, what will I do? But you might be saying, but Nicole and Nikki, you know, I don't want to be too, you know, I need my internet and like if I want to go out for a drink or something, don't worry, sige, I'll put up the bar there. If you guys move there, I'll put up the bar for you. See? I'll put up a guitar bar where you can listen to music and maybe play the music yourself. And then musicians can move there too.
Oh, yes.
So it encourages everyone to live a good, healthy life all over the Philippines. Then the others will say, how can we do that, Nicole, when the MILF is overrunning Mindanao? Okay, well, that's another discussion. We'll talk about it some other time.
You build a bar for them.
Yeah, I'll build a bar for them.
Keep them happy.
Yes, with no pork.
Tama. Anyway, we have to pause for a report here from Mr. Rene Maliwat. We'll be right back.
This is